Welcome to the White Rabbit YouTube channel. Today I am on location at the Habsburg Museum in Vienna, Austria to present to you the fabled and highly sought after holy relic briefly introduced in my previous video. It gives the wielder the power to heal the sick, the foresight to see the future, and especially to secure victory on the battlefield. According to scripture, it recounts a pivotal moment during the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, when a Roman soldier, as documented in John 19:39, thrust a spear into the side, causing blood and water to flow forth. Fast forward 300 years, and we encounter a transformational twist in the Gospel of Nicodemus. Here, the anonymous Roman soldier is given a name, Longinus. Longinus was said to be partially sighted. However, when he pierced the side of Jesus, the blood and water that splashed upon him miraculously restored his vision. Realizing the man on the cross was none other than the Son of God, he abruptly switched from the Religo Romana, literally the Roman religion, to Christianity. Remarkably, he is the same centurion mentioned in the Gospels of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Matthew 27:54, Mark 15:9, and Luke 23:47. Longinus eventually became a saint, and the spear he used to stab Christ then became a holy relic with supernatural powers. The one who bears the sacred spear into battle determines the course of world destiny, although mishandling leads to doom. Pope Leo III gave the spear of destiny to Charlemagne, also known as Charles the Great, whose empire united most of Europe for the first time since the Roman Empire. Empowered by the mystical might of the spear of destiny, Charlemagne emerged triumphant in 47 battles over the span of 25 years, securing victory over all adversaries and expanding the boundaries of his empire. In the year 1814, as Charlemagne crossed a stream, fate intervened and caused a startling turn when he inadvertently dropped the sacred spear. His passing just days later was attributed to the loss of divine favor, a consequence of his inadvertent act of disrespect towards the revered relic. Thus, the spear embarked on a journey passing through the hands of mighty monarchs who would stop at nothing to retain possession of this coveted artifact. During the 10th century, the Frankish ruler Henry the Fowler made a remarkable exchange, offering the Basel region in Switzerland to King Rudolph II of Burgundy in return for the legendary Spear of Destiny. This exchange would alter the course of history. Henry's reign witnessed vast territorial expanses as he triumphed over various foes, including the Lotharingians, Danes, Magyars, and Slavs. His legacy endures as the founding figure of Germany, setting the stage for a long and influential dynasty of Holy Roman emperors who, much like their grip on the ever-expanding empire, tightly held on to the sacred spear of destiny. The grandson of Henry the Fowler, Otto III, united the spear with another holy relic associated with the crucifixion, a holy nail that had pierced the flesh of Christ. In later years, around 1350, the Holy Emperor Charles IV had a golden sleeve placed over the blade and inscribed it with the words Lancia et Clavis Domini, which translates to the Lord's spear and nail. In the year 1424, Holy Emperor Sigismund relocated precious relics, including the spear, to Nuremberg, where they were intended to remain for eternity. Hundreds of years later, the empire met its downfall when Napoleon conquered Europe. In 1796, recognizing Napoleon's strong desire to obtain the Spear of Destiny, it was swiftly transferred to the Hofburg Palace in Vienna to ensure that he would never have the opportunity to lay his hands on it. Over a century later, the Spear of Destiny remains securely housed in its relatively recent location within the Habsburg Palace. During this time, an aspiring artist came across the spear on display. He had faced rejection from every art school he had applied to. This rejection was regrettable for him and perhaps even more regrettable for Europe and in some respects the entire world. He had recently attended Richard Wagner's opera Parsifal, where the spear played a prominent role in the plot. While in the presence of the spear, he experienced a vision of the future. Deep down, he knew that one day in the not so distant future, he would become the owner of the Spear of Destiny. The then aspiring artist was not wrong, for he was Adolf Hitler. In 1938, Germany annexed the neighboring country of Austria into the Third Reich. This event, known as the Anschluss, a German word that means connection or joining. Hitler entered Vienna and seized the Spear of Destiny, relocating it to Nuremberg, where it was prominently displayed during rallies. He also kept it at his personal headquarters, regarding it as a talisman of victory. Fortunately for Europe and the world, the Spear of Destiny did not become an active participant in the conflicts as it had with rulers like Charlemagne and Henry the Fowler in the past. Hitler and the Nazis, driven by their disdain for Christianity and the church, viewed the relic solely as a tool for propaganda purposes. Hitler might not have placed much faith in its power, but Himmler held a different belief and came to a different end. Himmler considered himself the reincarnation of Henry the Fowler and conducted peculiar pseudo-religious ceremonies involving the spear and members of the SS elite. In the later stages of the war, as the Allies closed in on Berlin, two theaters emerged regarding the fate of the spear. The first suggests that the Allies discovered the spear abandoned by the Nazis on the same day Hitler supposedly died, on April 30th, 1945, a circumstance that aligns with the belief that the spear brings doom to those who show disrespect. However, it's essential to mention that there have been investigations by the CIA into numerous sightings of Hitler in South America. Furthermore, the investigation into remains believed to belong to Hitler, taken to Russia and examined in the 2000s, provided further evidence that they were not his. I'll delve into this topic in greater detail in the upcoming segment of the live episode. In reality, the spear was safeguarded in a bunker beneath Nuremberg to shield it from air raids. Himmler ordered its concealment with the intention of utilizing it to resurrect the Reich and reverse Hitler's downfall. He was the one that perished due to its misuse. Nonetheless, it was ultimately relinquished and restored to the Hofburg Palace on January 7th, 1946, where it remains to this day. If it granted Hitler a glimpse into the future, it stands to reason that it might do the same for anyone. Thus, I've decided to fix my gaze upon the Spear of Destiny and focus my concentration on it for a few minutes, in the hope that it may reveal a vision of what lies ahead. I want to emphasize that I have no intention of attempting world domination, as history has shown the dire consequences of such endeavors. I'll certainly keep you updated on my personal experience with this intriguing artifact. If you'd like to see more on-location videos in the future, please let me know in the comments section. As always, this and every story I share is just what some people believe. I'm not saying it's 100% true. I'm just sharing a story and you can believe what you want. Uncovering the truth, one conspiracy at a time. See you next week on the White Rabbit YouTube channel.